funds. You get to put yourself into problems.
Hmm.
Politics. It's just like cultism. I'm sorry to use that word, please. I'm a politician
So
too, so
we
I don't think anybody can
understand. We understand.
just imagine. Okay, I had one example. I wanted to run what's it called? This my party on a Friday, like the association party on Friday. And as a president, I cannot boil in my head, of course, now. Monitoring me budget. So I just have to like, okay, saving money to pay loan. Trust me, I was still saving money to fund that party. You understand
Yes.
what I'm trying to say? Putting yourself under a very deep pressure, like you're putting yourself. It's just like you are hurting yourself. Sometimes when I see my friends in school, they are just all you need to do is just go to school, read your books, go back home, rest your head,
They
actually
just
get and leave. But when people put it, you miss tests, you miss exams. I
yes,
hope you
yes.
get what I'm trying to
And
say.
looking
And I
at
hope I'm
others, it will just seem as if they don't have any problem. As in, you now be like, why did I even get into this?
exactly. So I felt so bad. I was like, Bukola, what have you done to yourself? Nobody knew.
At University Life Podcast, our vision is to illuminate the path to academic excellence, personal growth, and professional success for Nigerian university students. We envision a future where every student, regardless of their chosen field of study, embraces their unique journey with confidence, finding inspiration and empowerment in our vibrant community. As we continue to grow, our goal is to empower the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and changemakers. Join us in this inspiring vision as we navigate the world of university life one episode at a time. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. I'm very excited to have you here with me. My name is Emerald Alawi. it's really been nice being here again today. And I want to say thank you for every one of you that will be listening. I really appreciate that you're coming back. I really appreciate that we are on this journey together. So today, without wasting much of our time, we'll be having a guest with us today. Yes, we'll be having a guest today, and she's going to share a personal experience or how she went into financial crisis, borrowing money from a loan app without even paying attention to the loan validity and the interest rate. So I've I've had I've actually seen it firsthand, but I didn't know it is something that happen often. So I think maybe there are students out there that will be able to relate to it as well, but it's very nice to have somebody talk about getting into financial crisis and how she got out of it. So let's welcome Ige Oluwabukola to University Life Podcast. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate yours. I really appreciate you. And to my listeners, I really do appreciate every one of you as well. Thank you very much. So let's dive into today's topic. Welcome, Buki. Welcome, Buki. Thank you very much for being here. So please kindly introduce yourself.
All right. So I am Oluwabukola, as I said earlier, and I would like to share my experience with you people as university students and any other person listening to this podcast. So I would like to talk about how I got myself into financial crisis while I was in university. In fact, early years, I would say. I want to be specific now. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say going into politics is bad or those that are into politics should quit, but I'm just trying to share my experience so that you know where I'm going to adjust. So it happened like while I was in 100 level, I got into politics, and luckily for me, I won every election in 100 level, 200 level. So I won every election I had in school then, my 100 level, 200 level, 300 level. So I happen to be so popular, and trust me, as a student, when you go into politics, there are some things that you tend to do others cannot do. And there are some things that others would do that you cannot
Yes,
do. Probably because of your religious belief,
yes,
or because some training.
yes,
You
yes. I
understand what I'm trying
understand
to say?
because
So let's
I'm also into politics. Yes,
exactly. So I'm very sure you
yes, I can
with
relate.
me. So let's talk about your dressing now. Your dress sense might want to change. You know, there's sometimes you feel inferior because when you want to go to some certain meetings and you be like, okay, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
wearing does not fit this
Yes.
occasion. So those kind of options when you go into politics. So this is one of the factors that affected me. But the main thing that actually started that loan app thing was, I think I was just, just when you're pressing your phone, you're just
Mm-hmm.
enjoying yourself, and I met with this share money advertisements. All these, maybe you're playing games
Okay.
and advertisements comes in. So, those kind of things. Exactly. So I was just like, fair money, okay, fair money. You know, when they want to advertise, this their huge
Uh,
amounts they call, you be like, okay, you
and
pay
they give you low
50,000 naira.
interest.
Exactly, exactly. They'll be like, okay, you can pay that 50K back in 2 years or 4 years. So I was, I would say that I was a child. Probably, I did not even know. So that day I just said, okay, let me just download this app in case. The funny thing that particular day, I had nothing to do with money because yes, my parents. So definitely when I go to school, I come back home, dinner is ready. I literally have everything I wanted as a student. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm trying to say? So then I was just okay, let me just register with these fair money people. Trust me, that was that I borrowed. I didn't even borrow, say. I just I made some registrations and all of that. I registered my BVA and all. Then I now saw my own offer. They gave me offer. They was like, I can borrow
Mm-mm.
20K.
Sharp, sharp.
Me, I was like, 20K, okay. I forgot to check the duration, which was just
7 days.
7 days. I was supposed to get 7 days. So tell me as a student, that time I was saying I was not running any business. I was not doing anything. So tell me how I want to get 20, and I was going to be paying back with 27,000 naira. That's
Every
1,000
day.
interest. You know that this is exactly. So, well, 7 days. When it got to the seventh day, there was nobody to run to. I couldn't contact anybody. You see, my parents, I would tell that, okay, daddy, mommy, I borrowed loan online because they will ask me, they'll be like, even if I'm to tell you, my friend, that why are you borrowing loan? I just have to go online again, borrow loan from another app to pay fair money. So when that one was due to, I had to go back to another one again and borrow loan.
Wow.
See, I like to tell people something. After I had this experience, I've had a public speaking twice, and what I told them was, don't ever make a mistake
With
paying
debt.
debt with debt. You will not run out of it. There is no way. There's nothing you can do. If you cannot just, okay, let's say you want to start up a business, or you just want to like get help from anybody that's willing to give you that money
Yes.
free and won't collect it back. That's the only way you can get out of it. So back to my own story. I won't like to like make this too long so that
I
you won't
won't
get
get
bored.
bored.
So
It's a
it went
personal
on like
experience.
so for good 8 months, 6 months, I was in this. I was paying and nobody knew. My friends didn't know. My family didn't know. I was dying inside. Even if I had a gift, they don't want me well. Sorry to use that word, to use the money because
Of course, you'll
yes,
be.
because
And
when
the
I have
funny thing
loans
is,
to pay.
you will only be able to pay the interest.
Exactly, exactly. And these people, trust me, they are loan sharks. Even if you borrow loans, like they are loan sharks. I won't even advise anybody to. They are loan sharks that okay, it got to a time that I couldn't pay the money again. You know, and the funny thing is when you
Yes,
borrow
they'll
loan
start
now
calling.
today, they must have upgraded your account. And as human, you'll be like, owo rate. You want to like borrow more. Okay, let me borrow from this person and pay back. Trust me, my people, it got to a time that I was collecting loan of 60,000 naira to pay
Mm-mm.
another loan app, to pay three other loan apps. And I was a student. I was writing exam. I was in 200 level. It was not easy for me. All through these times, I was still running that politics. I was writing exams. I was smiling and hugging people at school. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. I was going through all of it. I was dying inside. I was emotionally, I was devastated and derailed. These are the problems you can cause for yourself when you even go to politics in the first place. I know somebody that is so outspoken as my very self, but didn't get herself or himself into trouble because there are ways you can manage
Mm.
yourself. And also another thing is, when you mismanage funds, you get to put yourself into problems.
Mhm.
Politics. It's just like cultism. I'm sorry to use that word, please. I'm a politician
Oh,
too, so
we
I don't think anybody
understand. we understand.
Just imagine, okay, I had one example. I wanted to run what's it called? This my party on a Friday, like the association party on Friday. And as a president, I cannot boil in my head, of course, now. Monitoring me budget. So I just have to like, okay, saving money to pay loan. Trust me, I was still saving money to fund that party. You understand
Yes.
what I'm trying to say? Putting yourself under a very deep pressure, like you're putting yourself. It's just like you are hurting yourself. You know, sometimes when I see my friends in school, they are just all you need to do is just go to school, read your books, go back home, rest your head,
They
actually
just
get and leave. But when people put it, you know, you miss tests, you miss exams. I
yes,
hope you
yes.
get what I'm trying to
And
say.
looking
And I
at
hope I'm
others, it will just seem as if they don't have any problem. As in, you now be like, why did I even get into this?
exactly. So I felt so bad. I was like, Bukola, what have you done to yourself? Nobody knew I was going through all of this. I was in this for over
Mm-mm.
9 months. Nine
Wow.
months, yes.
Ah,
It got so hard that I couldn't pay this loan again, and they had to start calling my contact, my
wow.
phone contact. You know, what would I see? Where would I even run to? So when they started calling, I was like, there is nothing I would do. If you like, call God. Like I can't kill myself. But the simple truth is that Bukola, you borrowed this money from them. Is it? I borrowed it from.
20,000.
And is it given? Was it given? They didn't say it's giveaway. They said it's loan, and I'm to pay back. It got a point that okay, I just had to like okay tell my mom when it got a point. When I told her, she cried. She was like, "Why would I do this? This and that." It's also serious in the house. Even like these are part of the consequences of borrowing loans,
Mm-hmm.
getting yourself into financial crisis. I had issues with my 3 months. We weren't in a good relationship. Even my siblings, trust me, because in fact it affected some of my relationship with other people outside. When I asked like okay borrow money from them, but the stipulated time I was
Yes.
supposed to return their money back to them. You understand my point? So only few people that knew exactly what was happening that
Yes,
were
I
able to
understand.
understand me. You mismanage your money, even your own money, you tend to put yourself into problems because you be like, JB is, and another thing is when you don't value money, when you don't value money. Yes, I can say that 3 months ago, or let's say 4 months back, when somebody mentioned 60K to me, careful of this, oh, when somebody mentions 60K, I'll be like, 60K is not much. It's just
Yes, Abby.
20K.
20K
Wait,
in
like
three
you
places. Yes.
20K meta. It's just 10. Once you can okay, ask for like run the business like once you get 10K that is sick. When your emotions and your thoughts depreciate money, you tend to put yourself in problems. Yes, these are the things I was doing. So before I could just get out of this, no, first thing I had to just run out for help. Thank God for my mentor. I had to talk to her. She prayed with me. She did everything. She didn't pay the money for me. Oh.
Is
That and one thing is pay your money for you. You be like you
you
still
want to
want to
do
do
it
it again
again?
because we are all
Yes.
humans. We are exactly. So she just asked like, okay, can you go into a business? I went to the business. I did and I was able to pay debt.
Wow. I hope you don't
I
mind
paid
sharing
my
that
very debt.
business with
This time I
us
was
because it's the truth.
okay. The thing is that that was when I came up with this my idea. It was when I was praying. I had to go for like 3 days fasting because I was fed up about everything that was going on in my life. I had to pray with my mom. Like it was like a 3 days marathon. I think it was around when Udabasi was doing this our own cookathon. So means I was doing my own
Okay.
prayathon. I would say. So,
Wait. Are you telling me that
so that was
it was even something very recent?
yes. It was very recent. I'm
Wow.
telling you, very very recent. I mean, just very recent. Yes. So I prayed to God and I got an inspiration of my brand name today, Bukola Warehouse. So that was when I started selling online. You know, I got connections with so many people and
Yes,
politics helped me
politics is
anyway.
going to help in
You know,
something like that.
I need people here and there, church, you know, other connections. So they were able to buy from me and I was making good sales to the glory of God. And also with the support of my sister, my elder sister too, you know, she just called me, she discussed with me, like, just had to like talk like
Mm,
friends, sisters, and she was able to. I can say today that I give thanks to God, and these are the mistakes I can never. I said I thank God that I had my
okay.
sister's support. She called me this. We were able to sort so many issues. She was even that helped me to list these loan apps. And I'm sorry to go back to this. When I listed those loan apps, am I free to say the number of loan apps I
Yes, of
borrowed from?
course.
I borrowed from 26
26.
loan apps. Yes, 26
Wow,
good
wow.
loan
Like
apps.
that's a lot because
Yes.
permit me to say this. I don't know if this person is listening because I also had a friend that got into something very similar last year. This last year. Our own was very funny. Please
Well,
permit me to permit me to share this. I'm asking permission from the person. So our own was even very funny. I think they told her that she wanted to register for, I think it's fair money as well. She wanted to register for fair money. So, and she just wanted to maybe borrow like 5k, or it was one of our friends that wanted to borrow 5k from fair money or any of those loan apps. And she was unable to get the money because they said she was not eligible to get it. So they just closed it. 3 months later, they dropped 20k in her account. And
beautiful. Automatic loan.
they dropped 20k in her account. And for like 3 months again, she didn't touch the money. She just left it, waiting for maybe somebody to call, or maybe a way that she can return the money. Nothing, no call from anywhere. So it was now like after she spent the money that she now started receiving message that you are owing so amount, you are doing this, and
And
your debt has now started skyrocketing. She was like, I didn't borrow money, you guys sent me the money. Long story short, she had to also start borrowing debt to pay debt, and everything escalated. It was not even a palatable experience. It was not a palatable experience because I saw what was left of her physically. So I don't remember the actual amount of the actual number of loan outs she also had to borrow money from to pay that one. But it was not funny because they were threatening her, calling all her lines, calling her parents, calling her friends.
that is just how it is. That is how that's what exactly what I went through too. They just start calling my contacts. And the funny thing is, as a popular person that I am, my reputation, I would say,
Mm,
almost went down. That is one thing. That's one of the consequences, because your reputation would go down. And I'm very sure that nobody would want
yes,
to risk
yes.
that. Just imagine you that I had to just pray to God. I had to, even up till now, some people still look at me and be like, ah, that loan person. You
This
understand?
is not supposed to be funny,
Yes,
but
you
yes.
know, so funny. Even sometimes when I think about it, I'll be like, Bukola. Somebody will just look at you and be like, Oga, rest. Because I
Ah,
loan person. Yes, then she like you down because your reputation will go. If not for God that has just like spoken to some people, I'm very sure they won't want to make relationships
hmm.
with me again because of what I've gotten myself into. So I'll be like, people will ask me and they'll be like, Bukola, you are so fine. See your neck, see everything.
Imagine when
They don't
somebody
know.
when
They don't
somebody
know
is going
anything.
through something of such.
And I'm this short person, so I will just fresh. When you're going through something, you are still fresh, no problem. Do you understand? So these kind of things, when it happens, it
Mm,
depreciates you.
brings you down.
You yes, puts you down. You're emotionally derailed. Like, even at that time, my spiritual life was down. I could, when situations warrant that, you can't
You'll be
even
too
pray. You don't even
depressed.
want to pray. You don't
You will
want
not even
to
be able to form anything.
pray. So all those TikToks and everything that you go to, I'm very sure you cannot afford to lose your peace of mind. See, this peace of mind, like, when you are writing exams and you be like, there was a day I was writing exams and I'll be like, I know already that I have 50 missed calls already because all these people would have called me and
Mm-mm,
called my line, and my phone will be so hot. You are writing exam because and the thing is, when I had to pray about everything, God is so faithful that I had the lowest grade I had that semester exam
mm-mm,
was C.
hmm.
With God's
That is
help.
that is faithful.
It was to be based on my handwork. I'm very sure the best to be D. To be D. Even he got. So I mean, I'm very sure that we won't want to like risk our reputation, our peace of mind, especially
Peace of
relationships
mind
with
is
people.
underrated until you get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. the connections you've made with big people. So, like, this is my experience, and I am so glad that I am able to share my experience here. And I really appreciate Emerald for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with other universities.
It's an honor. It's
Of
an
course.
honor. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. I'm looking
God, you're
forward
welcome.
to hearing more from you, hosting you. I hope if there's any other topic that we would be interested in discussing, you would honor our call. All
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
Thank you
Sure,
very
sure, sure.
much. All right.
You're
Would you like
welcome.
to
Thank you
leave
so
your
much.
contacts so that people who are interested in probably consultancy or people want to ask for help if they are facing something of such? Maybe you can just leave your contacts
Oh,
or you can just call out your
all right.
number.
So, okay, my phone number, like, you can call and you can text me on WhatsApp, 091 66 07 1039. 091 66 07 1039. And my social media handle is Oluwabukola Ige. LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, everywhere. Oluwabukola
All
Ige. That's what
right.
you find.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Book your show.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for listening to this inspiring episode. It was really eye opening, very eye opening, and I hope that people would try as much as possible to pay more attention to the details. You don't just click on loan apps because they are actually loan sharks, and they would lure you into clicking, they lure you to registering. There was actually a time I needed something, some fund, and I was like, okay, now let me also go and get this. And when I saw their ads on Facebook, their interest rate was very low. It was almost 10 naira, 10 naira or 100 naira, maybe 10 naira per day or maybe 100 naira per day. And I was like, in 7 days, it's just going to be plus 700. And when I actually downloaded the app, it was 1,000 naira per day. So I was like, what's wrong with you people? But I had to get my funds some other way, sha. But I hope we learn a lesson from this episode. It's one of the reasons why we've created this podcast, so that students can learn from other students and can also be inspired by other students. So thank you very much for listening, and I am still on my journey to reach five. I'm still on my journey to reach 200 followers on Spotify before 1st of April. So I really need your help, all of you. I really, really, really do need your help. But that will be all for today. And I would also get you something special next week. Just as there is always something special every week, I would get you something special next week as well. So until then, keep winning. Bye bye. And happy resumption to students that will be resuming. Happy resumption. It is show. Happy resumption. Holiday is over.
Lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀ òyìnbó.
Lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀
Èmi ni.
òyìnbó. Ẹ̀dítì à ń pọ̀, nẹ́tíwọ̀kì yẹn terrible ọlọ́run. It is
It's
no problem.
sorry. Follow up.
Thank you very much. Ah, but o try to
So,
Joe.
ẹ wò ó, mo fẹ́ sọ́kọ́ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mo gbàgbé ni. Àwọn èèyàn wá ní mò ń sọ́ra sí
And you still fit
mọ́mí
put am,
èmi
you still
tiẹ̀
fit put
àti
am kan
mọ́mí
sọ bí
àní
kò ń
Bùkọ́lá.
sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Màá dẹ̀ síbi tó yẹ kó wà.
Okay.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes.